please be making your way to the ready ring if you're not here already. Heat 1 and Heat 2 seniors, please make your way to the ready ring. Entering the ring now, we have Heat 1 of the seniors. We'll start off with Madison Stratton. Sydney Wills. Emma Alexander. Montana Deming. Carly Thomas. Alex Fogel, and Samantha Wills. This is your class.
Use this one, not that one. This is the official one. I don't know what that one is. It came in the thing.
We'd like to give a warm welcome to our judge for today, or this weekend for the beef show. Our judge is Justin Adcock. Justin is from Illinois and is a graduate of Lakeland Community College and the University of Illinois, where he received his bachelor's in animal science and his master's in ruminant nutrition. He was on the competitive judging teams while at both schools, as well as coaching the Illinois State 4-H team to 2 national championships. Justin has judged shows on every level in 25 states in Canada, including the North American, Fort Worth Stock Show, Keystone, and the National Western Stock Show. He is currently a sales agronomist for Bayer Crop Sciences Channel Seed. He, along with his wife Emily, daughter Tatum, and family, own Adcock Land and Livestock, a seed stock operation in central Illinois where they sell and show Angus and Simmental cattle throughout the U.S. Let's give a warm Virginia welcome to our judge, Justin Adcock. We have a great beef show crew helping out this weekend, and our show would not be possible without the volunteers and the show staff. Clerking today, we have Ashley Cron. She is the 4-H agent for Rockingham County. Lining up classes, we have Megan Sheets. She's the beef show superintendent and 4-H agent for Rockbridge County. In the ring, we have Sam Leach, 4-H agent for Albemarle County, and Shirley Kaufman, the advisor teacher at Buffalo Gap FFA. We also want to say a special thanks to Sarah Cyphers. She's our Youth Livestock Advisory Council member for beef, securing sponsorships and awards for the Youth Beef Show. How about we give them all a big round of applause as well? Today, our champion and reserve showmen from their respective age divisions will be competing for the title of Master Beef Showman.
Well, good afternoon. Certainly, it'd be a pleasure to be here and sort through the show all weekend, and an awesome way to start here in this senior division. I'll keep my comments incredibly brief here in these respective heats. We'll kind of do the same thing as we roll through. The ones that are going to come back for our finals will be these three young ladies that are over here to my left. I think just a notch smoother, a notch quicker to the trigger. Great way to start, awesome way to start here with the showmanship deal. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors, not just the ones that came through. Let's give them a big round of applause as they exit the ring here.
Congratulations. Returning from Heat 1 seniors, we will have Madison Stratton, Emma Alexander, and Carly Thomas. Entering the ring for Heat 2 seniors, we have Leslie Linton, Logan Lance, Isabella Dietrich, Campbell Boserman, Jacob Newton, Joshua Newton, and Sally Williams. So today, our champion and reserve champion showmen from their respective age divisions will be competing for the title of Master Beef Showman. A Master Showman and a reserve, as well as a third and fourth overall from the beef cattle division, will be selected from the champion and reserve champion age division winners, novice, junior, intermediate, and senior. Saturday afternoon, the Master Showman for beef will compete in the Supreme Showmanship competition against the other 3 Master Showman contestants for Supreme Overall Showman. This is the good news, youth. Our showmanship contestants are vying for $2,100 in cash premiums and $4,200 in scholarships. Let's give them a big round of applause for our sponsors. Today's show would not be possible without our sponsors. The State Fair of Virginia supports our youth livestock shows by providing this venue, covering our judge expenses, and paying out over $35,000 in cash premiums and $28,500 in earned scholarships for our exhibitors. First Bank and Trust has provided an exhibitor t-shirt for each of our exhibitors this week. This year's t-shirt has been created in memory of our friend, colleague, and longtime State Fair of Virginia supporter, Casey Daniel. Casey was the inspiration behind and operated our info tent for 6 years, providing exhibitors and parents with guidance, information, and answers to all their questions. Casey served as the 4-H youth development agent in Orange County for 23 years, impacting more youth than can be counted and not only spreading the mission of 4-H, but truly living it each and every day. We lost Casey on August 7th to a short but hard-fought battle with cancer. Casey was responsible for the creation of our exhibitor T-shirts for many years and had already begun work on this year's shirt, giving it the same time and attention as always. She wouldn't want tears, so please join me in a round of applause for our amazing colleague who we miss so much, Casey Daniel.
When the mic quits working on class 2, that means I guess we're supposed to keep it really brief. But again, I think awesome set of kids that come through here. I think you'll kind of see as we get to these finals. We won't give too much away about what I like and my style, but I think those kids that are going to come back, they don't all do it the exact same way, but just a notch smoother, handled adversity well, made sure that they utilize that hand spacing, that placing, the way that they got that animal set up to the best of their ability. But again, let's give them all a big round of applause. Another great set of seniors.
Congratulations, returning from Heat 2 seniors, we will have Logan Lance, Campbell Boserman, and Sally Williams. If you can hear me in the back, we're ready to have Heat 3 in the ring, so Class 4, be making your way to the ready ring. Entering the ring for Class 3, we have Wyatt Holloway, Michaela Emery, Kate Ramsey, Caden Harris, Audrey Cook, Aubrey Herbers, Abigail Miller, and Will Muncie. This is your class. Heat 3 is in the ring. Heat 4 seniors, please make your way to the ready ring. We want to take this time to thank additional sponsors for the week. Farm Credit of Virginia's is providing water for our exhibitors, staff for the week. General sponsors this week supporting all of our shows are Craig County Farm Bureau and Washington County Farm Bureau. Thank you so much for your sponsorships.
G01 Channel 31. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I did, but it didn't. Wait. Yeah.
For those fairgoers that are joining us on the sidelines that may not be familiar with a cattle show, a beef show, the exhibitors in the ring now are exhibiting for beef showmanship. It's the art of presenting a beef animal to the best ability in a show ring where the judge evaluates the exhibitor's skill rather than the animal's physical characteristics. It's going to demonstrate the exhibitor's knowledge of the animal, their ability to control and pose it effectively, and good sportsmanship throughout the competition. Key components include proper animal preparation, leading and positioning the animal, a confident and calm demeanor, and exhibiting etiquette and courtesy towards the exhibitors and officials.
Well, I think in this heat we really turned up the quality and just a little bit more as we go through. Made my job just a little more difficult, and that's why I ended up keeping 4. I think that we could have kept this whole group and not been out of line. This is an awesome set of kids here, the ones that are going to make it. I think just again a little smoother, a little more correct in terms of their posture, in terms of their confidence, in terms of the placement of that animal in the ring. I think a great set of kids. Again, though, let's give them another round of applause. Another great set of seniors.
Congratulations, and returning from Heat 3, we have Caden Harris, Audrey Cook, Aubrey Herbers, and Abigail Miller. Let's give them a big round of applause. For those of you in the barn, Heat 4 is about ready to enter the ring. Heat 5, be making your way to the ready ring. In Heat 4 seniors, entering the ring, we have Sophie Shepard, Carla Gurin, Madison Field, Cameron Grant, Colton Atkins, Ethan Furrow, Riley Stratton, and last but not least, Cooper joins. We would like to thank additional sponsors for the Youth Beef Show this weekend: the Blue Ridge Animal Clinic, Clark Boys at Elba West for providing the Showmanship banners, James and Sonia Yankee, Beyond Blessed Farm, Springwood Livestock Management Services, Virginia Cattlemen's Association, NVS Vet Partners LLC, Ironsides Vet Clinic, the Rockingham Feeder Cattle Association, Louisa Veterinary Service, Point Pleasant Farms, Locust Ridge Farm, Spring Lake Livestock, and Shearpoint Farm. Again, the show would not be possible without our sponsors, the volunteers, the staff. So thank you all so much.
Again, another deep heat as we move through here. We haven't had anybody. It's been so nice. So the pressure's on here for this last set of seniors. There's not been anybody that's not walked through the ring so far with confidence and poise and doing all those big picture things right, and which makes it a lot of fun from my side. We get to settle in and do some of these nitpicky little bitty things in terms of some of where that hand is placed, in terms of the control that you've got of that calf, in terms of making sure that you've got that animal presented just like before. Those ones over standing on the rail going to come back. Congratulations. Let's give them another big round of applause.
Congratulations. Returning from Heat 4 of our senior showmanship, we'll have Ethan Furrow, Riley Stratton, and Cooper Joins. Heat 5 seniors will be entering the ring. Welcome to the ring, Mackenzie Crenshaw, Lainey Carpenter, Lindsay Babb, Lily Dolly, Ethan Fines, Kyle Prince, and Carter Evers. This is your final heat for senior showmanship. For those of you in the barn, Heat 5 senior showmen are in the ring. If you were called back for the finals, please be making your way to the ready ring.
as we wrap up this last heat, again, I think those three that are going to come back are the ones that, again, are just a notch smoother, notch better in terms of their spacing, their ring awareness, and where they go from there. But another great set of seniors that have come through the ring here. Let's give them all another nice big round of applause.
Congratulations in returning to the ring for Heat 5. We have Mackenzie Crenshaw, Lainey Carpenter, Kyle Prince, and Carter Evers. So we're about ready to start the selection of our grand champion and reserve champion showman. I believe we'll have 15 exhibitors entering the ring, and we're going to place a top 10. Entering the ring, we should have Madison Stratton, Emma Alexander, Carly Thomas, Logan Lance, Campbell Boserman, Sally Williams, Caden Harris, Audrey Cook, Aubrey Herbers, Abigail Miller, Ethan Farrow, Riley Stratton, Cooper Joins, Mackenzie Crenshaw, Lainey Carpenter, Kyle Prince, and Carter Evers. Again, our judge for today is Justin Adcock, and Justin comes to us from Illinois. He's a graduate of Lakeland Community College and University of Illinois, where he received his bachelor's in animal science and his master's in ruminant nutrition. He was on competitive judging teams while at both schools, as well as coaching the Illinois State 4-H team to 2 national championships. Justin has judged shows on every level in 25 states and Canada, including the North American, Fort Worth Stock Show, Keystone, and the National Western Stock Show. Currently, he's a sales agronomist for Bayer Crop Sciences, Channel Seeds. He, along with his wife Emily, daughter Tatum, and family own Adcock Land and Livestock, a seed stock operation in central Illinois where they sell and show Angus and Simmental cattle throughout the U.S. Let's give another warm Virginia welcome to our judge, Justin Adcock.
Testing, 1, 2.
Parents and exhibitors, if you have a child that's in the ring and they make the top 10, we're going to need parents or someone to grab the animal from that exhibitor along with their show stick. And the exhibitors will need to go to the backdrop with their banner immediately following their selection.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Okay.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. So it works for
Well, before we kind of make this a little smaller operation here, I wanted to say a few things. So the ones that are still standing here profile are going to be the 10 that compete for our top 10. I'm going to work them one more time. I've got my mind pretty close to made up, and those that didn't make the top 10, we've pulled back out. But I'd like to start off and say that it's no shame whenever you don't necessarily make the top 10. It's one person's opinion on one day. We all have our pet peeves, our likes and dislikes, and showmanship. And I've been incredibly pleased as I've come through here and started off with this senior division, because that's a division that I have a lot of expectations for. And I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of times that I leave a show and I've got the opportunity to do this from coast to coast, from a county fair level to a junior national level judging showmanship contests. And I'll say two things. Is one, I have no business walking in the show ring on the other end of a calf because I'm not very good at it. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I can tell you what we need to do. I've never been as smooth as my sisters and my wife are, and so there's no reason when you're not good at it and you're my age, especially in the junior environments that we live, there's no reason for me to be on the end of the halter. So this is do as I say, not as I do. But I think what I wanted to take a few minutes and kind of wrap up my point here was, this has been awesome. You never know what to expect. And this division is one that, as I said, I expect a lot, and it's a division that a lot of times can leave me incredibly frustrated, because I expect a lot of you because you're older, you have more experience, and then there's a lot of times that you struggle to find 10 kids that act like they want to be here, they have that confidence in this senior division, and have the ability to utilize that ring. And so much of it, I'm not a quiz bowl type person. I don't ask questions, and do showmanship that way. I can tell if you know your project by and if you know the goods and the bads of your calf by the way that you set that animal up. If you have the ability to hide what is bad, accentuate what is good, that is good. We put 16 kids back out here, know how to utilize that ring, know how to make sure that animal is presented well. And that is something that I guess I'm incredibly pleased with, that we've had all these young people that have come through here so far, and I've not been frustrated at any point. We've not had to stop and tell somebody how to do something whenever they've come back. And so congratulations to all these exhibitors. It's been a pleasure to sort through all these, and it's made my job difficult, which makes my job a lot of fun there as well. I'll work through these top 10 one more time, and then we'll get you a 10 down to your champion showman placing is the way that I'll do that. But if you could, one more time, let's give a big round of applause. This has been an awesome set of seniors that have come through the ring here so far.
Congratulations. So we've narrowed it down to our top 10 seniors. Remaining in the ring, we have Madison Stratton, Sally Williams, Caden Harris, Audrey Cook, Aubrey Herbers, Abigail Miller, Riley Stratton, Cooper Joins, Kyle Prince, and Carter Evers. Since we're selecting our champion and reserve champion senior, keep in mind that today our champion and reserve showmen from their respective age divisions will be competing for the title of Master Beef Showman. A Master Showman and a reserve, as well as third and fourth overall from the beef cattle division, will be selected from the champion and reserve champion age division winners, novice, junior, intermediate, and senior in beef. Saturday afternoon, the Master Showman for Beef will compete in the Supreme Showmanship competition against the other 3 Master Showman contestants for Supreme Overall Showman. Our Showmanship contestants are vying for $2,100 in cash premiums and $4,200 in scholarships. Congratulations. Our grand champion senior beef showman for the 2025 Virginia State Fair is Carter Evers. And our reserve is Cooper Joins. Let's give them a big round of applause. Following in third place, we have Madison Stratton. Fourth place, Aubrey Herbers. Fifth place, Riley Stratton. Sixth place, Abigail Miller. Seventh place, Caden Harris. Eighth place, Kyle Prince. Ninth place, Sally Williams. And 10th place, Audrey Cook. Again, congratulations. Let's give them one more big round of applause. We're now ready to begin our intermediate beef showmanship contest. These youth are ages 13 to 15 as of September 30th, 2025. So for Heat 1, intermediate showmanship, entering the ring, we have Ava Hernandez, Malachi Music, Evan McCall, Ella Jane Michael, John Hale, and Isaac Cyphers.
As we start off in this intermediate division again, I don't think we've dropped off in quality at any point, and we've got a lot of heats and 6 heats. If we start keeping 3 to 4, we got to make some decisions a little earlier. This ring is going to be jam packed and make it even more challenging. But I think even with that, as we sort through these kids again, just like before, the 2 that are going to come back a little more my speed, a little more my style, the style that I like, the style that where I don't really notice you, just always notice that calf, very smooth, calm, cool, and collected. But let's give a big round of applause. Another great set of kids here to start off this intermediate division.
Congratulations. Returning from Heat 1, our intermediate beef showmanship division, we'll have Ava Hernandez and Ella Jane Michael. We're now ready for class or Heat 2 of intermediate showman. Entering the ring, we will have Kyle Evans, Coleman Seal, Lucy Williams, Rima Wainless, Allie Yankee, Clara Grubb, Ella Miller, and McKinley Bergeron. Mr. Judge, this is your class. So today's show would not be possible without the help of our show staff and volunteers. Clerking today's show, we have Ashley Cron, our 4-H agent from Rockingham County. Lining up classes here in the back, we have Megan Sheets, Beef Show Superintendent and 4-H agent for Rockbridge County. Helping us out in the ring, we have Sam Leach, 4-H agent for Albemarle County, and Shirley Kaufman, our teacher advisor from Buffalo Gap FFA. We also want to thank Sarah Cyphers. She's our SFVA Youth Livestock Advisory Council member, and she secured our sponsorships and awards for the Youth Beef Show.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but this same kind of works through. Again, another awesome set of kids, and what's been so much fun is just what is nice from a Midwesterner who lives in a nice state. You guys are way more friendly than we are. And then that's what I like about these kids is they're all very courteous. We haven't had to worry about that one time throughout the ring here so far. But those three that are going to come back, I think again, just the ones that were able to utilize that ring spacing a little better, got that calf set up just a little quicker. Another great set of kids. Again, let's give them another round of applause.
Claire Grubb. Hey, good job. So proud of you.
Returning for Class 2 Intermediate, we'll have entry number 251, Rima Wainless, Clara Grubb, and McKinley Bergeron. Let's give them another big round of applause. Entering the ring now for Heat 3 Intermediate Showman, we have Elizabeth Summers, Lindsay Davis, Thomas Randall, Avery Keller, Leighton Reams, Carly Gallahan, and Cade Altman. Just a reminder, Heat 3, Intermediate Showman is in the ring. Heat 4, be making your way to the ready ring.
As we work through these kids again, I think very much the same thing as we've done. I think the biggest thing in this respective class is keeping that animal's head up, making sure that you're confident. Confidence is so much of this. I don't know whether you've won showmanship before or never won showmanship in your life. Walk in here like you're expecting to be the champion here today, and I think that's what sorts the top end off here is these young people, just a little more confidence, a little more, not arrogance, but confidence, and I think just a little better in terms of getting that presentation here today. Congratulations, though. Let's give all these kids a round of applause.
Congratulations. And returning for Heat 3 Intermediate Showman, we have Lindsay Davis, Avery Keller, and Carly Gallahan. In the ring now, we'll have Heat 4 Intermediate Showman. Leading off, we have Sedona Sifford, followed by Tyler Dawson, Dylan Sowers, Trinley Robson, Wyatt Haney, Wesley Coleman, and Savannah Rittenauer.
I think, again, incredibly close as we move through this group here. I think all kids that cover those basics very well. And what's sort of the two young ladies to the top here in this respective heat, I think always made sure that that head was up, utilized the spacing of their ring. I don't know that I hardly ever, and can't say never because I don't catch them all, but didn't hardly have to see them mess with the show stick as far as touching, getting that calf set up, got that animal presented quickly. Congratulations. Let's give this whole group a nice big round of applause.
Returning from Heat 4 Intermediate Showman, we will have Sedona Sifford and Trinley Robson. Entering the ring now for Heat 5 Intermediate Showman, we'll have Jasper Tomlin. Followed by Emily Dawley, Carter Fortune, Rylan Scott, Beth Yankee, Sophie Saling, and Hannah Cyphers. This is your class.
Hey, this group made it even more challenging than necessarily the last group did. I think just, again, very, very subtle differences, and we don't all get there the exact same way. Some of these animals are cooperating a little better. I guess I never hold that against somebody. If their calf doesn't come in here and just park right up, we'll give them a chance to set up, and I think that's what these three young people do. Just, again, very calm, cool, collected, really quick to that trigger on getting that calf set up. But congratulations, all of our exhibitors. Let's give them another nice hand.
Congratulations, and returning from Heat 5, we will have Jasper Tomlin, Sophie Saling, and Hannah Cyphers. Welcome to the ring, our Class 6 intermediate showman, Alyssa Kopp, Spencer Trumbo, Quinn Roush, Ellie Meanley, Kirsten Carter, and Cullen Joins. For those of you joining us on the sidelines, if you're not familiar with what's happening in the ring, this is our Beef Showmanship. And Beef Showmanship is a livestock exhibition where the judge evaluates an exhibitor, their skills in handling and presenting a beef animal to the fullest genetic potential, focusing on the exhibitor's knowledge, grooming, halter breaking, and ring presence rather than the animal's physical qualities. It demonstrates the deep bond and trust between the exhibitor and the animal, highlighting the hard work and consistent practice required for a successful show animal. Let's give them a big round of applause.
We get another group of these intermediates out here, and again, I think the same can be said is in that last group, just a little quicker to the trigger on these young people that are going to come back, a little more presence and awareness of what that calf's doing whenever you're not quite paying attention. But congratulations, all of our exhibitors, both that are coming back and those that are not. Let's give them a nice hand as they exit the ring.
Returning, congratulations for Heat 6. Intermediate showmen will have Alyssa Kopp, Quinn Roush, and Cullen Joins. Entering the ring now for the selection of our grand champion and reserve champion intermediate beef showman, we have Ava Hernandez, Ella Jane Michael, Rima Wainless, Clara Grubb, McKinley Bergeron, Lindsay Davis, Avery Keller, Carly Gallahan, Sedona Sifford, Trinley Robson, Jasper Tomlin, Sophie Salling, Hannah Cyphers, Alyssa Kopp, Quinn Roush, and Cullen Joins. Let's give these intermediate a round of applause for making it back to the championship round. As a reminder, today our champion and reserve champion showmen from their respective age divisions will be competing for the title of Master Beef Showman. A Master Showman and a reserve, as well as third and fourth overall from the Beef Cattle Division, will be selected from the champion and reserve champion age division winners, novice, junior, intermediate, and senior in beef. Saturday afternoon, the Master Showman for Beef will compete in the Supreme Showmanship competition against the other three Master Showman contestants for the Supreme Overall Showman. Our showmanship contestants are vying for $2,100 in cash premiums and $4,200 in scholarships. Speaking of sponsorships, we'd like to thank the Blue Ridge Animal Clinic, Clark Boys at Elbow West Showmanship banner sponsor, James and Sonia Yankee, Beyond Blessed Farm, Springwood Livestock Management Service, the Virginia Cattlemen's Association, NVS Vet Partners, LLC, Ironsides Vet Clinic, the Rockingham Feeder Cattle Association, the Louisa Veterinary Service, Point Pleasant Farms, Locust Ridge Farm, Spring Lake Livestock, and Sheer Point Farm. Let's give the sponsors a big round of applause.
Just like we did in that senior division, I'll make a few brief comments before we work this top 10. And again, I think this is a division that, to me, is a tremendous amount of fun to sort through. It's one where you can see the kids that they're starting to get it, and they're big enough to be able to do those things that maybe necessarily you're not whenever you're 8, 9, 10. In those first sets of divisions, you get a little older, you get a little more size on you. You can handle that calf, and you can handle through some adversity. And like I said before, everybody's got their own types and kinds that they like. I like those kids that are just very smooth, the kids that are very easy to watch in terms of I don't notice them, I notice that calf. And then we've got some differences out here that, again, don't all do it the exact same, nor do I think they should. But I think the most important thing is they've got that animal set up, they've got those strengths accentuated, those faults try to hide them to the best of their ability, because you can do all the things in the world from the back. And I've joked, because we've been on both sides of this. I've been in you guys' side and then moved to this side and then been the people that are standing that side. Now, luckily, my daughter's only 2 years old, so I don't have my heart beating because my kid's out here in the center of the ring yet. But, boy, that day is rapidly approaching, it feels like. And I think the most important thing that we tell our juniors, and, again, this is my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to like it one bit. Is I like those kids that, again, I don't necessarily want you out here using your show stick. That show stick needs to be more of a tool to fix a couple little things to keep that animal calm. I'm not a proponent of you have to scratch them here, scratch them there. I just like it to be smooth. I don't like you to use that as a crutch where where you stop. You have no idea where you're at in the ring. Now we've stopped. We've got our animal bunched up, and we've got to start picking, because I promise you, as the person standing on this side of the ring, those animals always look their best when you pull them into that naturally. That's when those animals are always going to be the most comfortable. They're always going to accentuate what they've got the best. And so that's I guess everybody, again, we'll let yourself into what goes through my head and the pet peeves that I have. The one thing that I've been very happy with so far, let's hope the little guys don't do it as we move on through these heats. I have one other major pet peeve, and that so far nobody's done, so I like that a lot. Is your footwear. I don't care what kind of boots you wear. I don't care whether they're your Twisted X's, whether they're cowboy boots, something along those lines. I love my Hey Dudes. I love my On Clouds. I love my tennis shoes. I wore them through the airport. I wear them whenever I'm in the show barn. I wear them whenever we're out checking cows. They are not for in the show ring. And I tell you what, that's been really nice to see, because I think that is something that gets a little more lax, especially we move in from some of the smaller species over here into the cattle side. This is a professional event, a professional environment, and I guess I always expect, and we expect our juniors. I always expected as a kid. You can call that old school or not, but if we're going to walk in the show ring, we're going to dress for the part that we want. Just like when you get later in life and you walk into an interview, you dress for the job you want, not necessarily the job you've got. So again, another one of my pet peeves as we move through, and it's been really nice that we've not seen anything through those lines. Again, this has been an awesome set of kids before this 10, and we'll do just like we did before we worked these 10, and then I'll go 10 down to your champion. But let's give all the kids a big round of applause. It's been an awesome set of kids we've worked through so far here this afternoon.
In contention for our top 10 intermediate showmen, we have Ella Jane Michael, Rima Wainless, Lindsay Davis, Avery Keller, Sedona Sifford, Jasper Tomlin, Sophie Saline, Hannah Cyphers, Alyssa Kopp, and Cullen Joins. Congratulations to our champion intermediate beef showman, Ella Jane Michael. Reserve, Clara Grubb. Third place, Sedona Sifford. Fourth place, Alyssa Kopp. Fifth place, Hannah Cyphers. Sixth place, Sophie Saling. Seventh place, Avery Keller. Eighth place, Jasper Tomlin. Ninth place, Cullen Joins. And 10th place, Lindsay Davis. To our top 10, please take your banner and yourself to the backdrop. Parents, please take the animal and the show stick. Let's get a big round of applause for our top 10 intermediate showmen. We will have one heat of junior showmen. Heat 1 and Heat 2 will be combined. We will have one class of junior showmen. Entering the ring are our youth ages 9 to 12 for our junior beef showmanship. We'll have Miles Putnell, Tegan Johnston, Jack Bagoon, Leighton Lilly, Sawyer Tomlin, Jasper Spinagle, Layla Grimm, Levi Lana Weaver, Riley Martino, Bowen Evers, Helen Farmer, and Scarlett Beasley. This is your class of junior exhibitors. If you've just joined us on the sidelines today, our judge is Justin Adcock. He comes to us from Illinois. He's a graduate of Lakeland Community College and the University of Illinois, where he received his bachelor's in animal science and his master's in ruminant nutrition. He was on the competitive judging teams while at both schools, and he's also coached the Illinois State 4-H team to the national championship 2 times. Justin has judged shows on every level in 25 states and Canada, including the North American, Fort Worth Stock Show, Keystone, and the National Western Stock Show. Currently, he serves as a sales agronomist for Bayer Crop Sciences, Channel Seeds. He, along with his wife, Emily, daughter Tatum, and family own Adcock Land and Livestock, a seed stock operation in central Illinois, where they sell and show Angus and Simmental cattle throughout the U.S. Let's give him another warm welcome from Virginia.
Well, before we go and do our bottom to the top here in this respective division, we only had one heat in this junior division, and it was kind of one of those that usually this is totally opposite of the way that I feel like things normally go. By the time we get to seniors, there's not quite as many. But I'll tell you what, we could have had a lot of kids. We could have sorted through 5, 6, 7 heats and still ended up in the same place because our 11 young people that have come back out here, I think are kids that you can tell just kind of understand it. They understand the spacing. That's always hard when you put 11 little guys all in one ring and maybe the cattle aren't wanting to cooperate and go out here and just do their best from the animal side. These kids have handled that adversity very well. Like you can tell while they may be getting a little frustrated, they've kept their heads up. They've still tried to fight through that, and I appreciate that. We haven't had anybody just shut down and decide, man, I don't want to do this. We're going to go ahead and just not participate here. So I think they should all be commended for that. They've done an excellent job. This group to me is incredibly close as we sort these, and I think it's just some very minor differences as we do sort down through the top 10. I think there is a little bit of a cut in the top end, and then those that are going to be a little further down the line, just in terms of some presence, in terms of some ability, and getting that calf set up, getting that calf stuck, knowing where they are before they get to that situation. And I know those things are all easier said than done. And then if your calf doesn't come out here and cooperate, it makes things challenging. But here today, I think that's what's going to sort our top 10 is just those things that, again, we do the little things well, and then I think then it comes down to we've got just some minute differences as we study those kids that are 4 or 5 on up into that top spot. But before I go start and we'll start pulling just like we've done throughout all the rest, let's give these juniors a nice big round of applause. They've done an awesome job here in their time in the ring.
Jasper Spinagel's not out there. That's a scrap.
If you're on the sidelines and you're wondering what's happening in the show ring, this is the selection of your top 11 junior beef showmen ages 9 to 12. Congratulations to our grand champion, junior beef showman. It goes to Jack Bagoon. Our reserve champion, junior beef showman, is Helen Farmer. In third place, we have Layla Grimm. In fourth place, Tegan Johnston. In fifth place, Miles Putnell. In sixth place, Bowen Evers. In seventh place, Sawyer Tomlin. In eighth place, Leighton Lilly. In ninth place, Scarlett Beasley. In 10th place, Riley Martino. And in 11th place, Levi Lineweaver. Let's give these junior exhibitors a big round of applause. Entering the ring now, we'll start our novice showmanship. We're going to have two heats. Entering the ring for Heat 1 novice, we have Noah Lance, followed by Tegan Myers, Tristan Verts, Clinton Kidd, Sonny Sanders, and Abby Widener. These are your entries for your novice showmanship. And if you're wondering what the definition of a novice showman is, it's a youth from ages 9 to 12 as of September 30th, 2024, who have never shown beef cattle previously at the State Fair of Virginia. We want to thank our show help for today, because without them, the show would not run as smoothly or be possible. Clerking today, we have Ashley Cron. She's the 4-H agent for Rockingham County. Lining up classes in the back, we have Megan Sheets, Beef Show Superintendent and 4-H agent for Rockbridge County. In the ring, we have Sam Leach, 4-H agent for Albemarle County, and Shirley Kaufman, our teacher and advisor from Buffalo Gap FFA.
As we get this first heat in our novice division in, there's not many times in my life that I'm going to take the cop-out approach, and I don't have my mind made up as we sort through these kids yet, and so I'm going to give you one more chance to do it, and so we're going to bring this heat back, and all of them will compete for that finals. Let's put our hands together for all of these kids. This is a great set of kids here in this novice division.
Congratulations, returning for our champion overall. We'll have Noah Lance, Tegan Myers, Tristan Verts, Clinton Kidd, Sonny Sanders, and Abby Widener. Everyone will be returning for our champion division. Entering the ring, we have Heat 2 of our novice division. Declan Myers, Browning Robson, Brianna Crenshaw, Eli Anderson, Avery Carpenter, and Blakers Bagoon. Our photographer today is Mandy Rooker. And you can go online if you'd like to buy photos of your kids showing today at Mandy Rooker at smugmug.com. If you're following along, the steer show will start at 6:30 or 30 minutes after the end of showmanship, whichever is later.
Well, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to take another cop-out approach here. This is good. This is just as good as the ones that have done this, been through the ring more than once here. These young people have done an excellent job, and I think deserve the right to get to come back and compete for that top 10. So congratulations. Let's give all these kids another big round of applause for coming out here and doing an excellent, excellent job here in their heat.
Congratulations. Returning from Heat 2, we will have Declan Myers, Browning Robson, Brianna Crenshaw, Eli Anderson, Avery Carpenter, and Blake Bagoon. Returning to the ring from Class 1, we'll have Noah Lance, Tegan Myers, Tristan Verts, Clinton Kidd, Sonny Sanders, and Abby Wadner. This is your class. And we're now selecting our grand champion and reserve champion, novice beef showman. Immediately following the selection of our champion novice showman, we'll move into the master beef showman. And again, we'll be bringing back our champions from each age group and selecting the top 4.
Well, let's start off, if you would, and give these kids a big round of applause again. I said earlier, I get the opportunity to do this a lot, and it's showmanship is something that is so important. Is you can do all the prep work and that you want, and you can have that animal fitted in the show and everything presented to a T. And if you come out here and you don't present that animal well, you could show a third place calf right into the bottom. You could show a first place calf into second, third. And those kids that are truly exceptional at this are kids that can show that calf that maybe isn't perfect up into the top end. And that's what makes showmanship so important. Is it's not just something that we do in addition to. It's something that it's a skill. It's a set here in this sport that is something that accentuates those calves. And it's not something that it doesn't matter if you've got my favorite calf that I've seen here today or the calf that I don't like. None of that matters here in showmanship, or it matters tonight and tomorrow. I don't care what the phenotype is of your animal. I just know that you know how to present it. And so that's what has been awesome as we've sorted through now all these divisions. We've had kids that have done all those things well. They've got these animals in here presented. These kids, they've had a smile on their face. They've been incredibly courteous throughout the day. They're willing to help their fellow exhibitors. They're polite to me. They're polite to the ring staff, and so that says that we're doing one thing, if nothing else, incredibly well in the state of Virginia. Is we are raising our youth up and doing it to be great young adults and people as we move on throughout time. And so it's been a lot of fun to sort through these. And I said that we're going to do the cop outside in each of those divisions, and we don't get to do that now, I'm pretty sure. But the junior division, I made this joke as we were talking back up here, that the junior and the novice divisions, I don't mind breaking your heart whenever you're 16, 17, 18 years old, but boy, I get a little more choked up, a little tougher to go out here as we start to sort through these younger kids, especially as a parent. I am starting to rocket towards this side of things, and it brings realization to you that, and I'm going to be the one standing along the ring side, ready to pull my hair out, ready to freak out. Probably not the best show dad in the world. I know that my wife is going to be 10 times worse because we couldn't even handle Pee-wee showmanship. She was having to come apart, and the kid can barely walk. And so I get it from the outside. If you think this is easy in this novice and this junior division, then I promise you probably have one thing, is you are probably the parent, grandparent, breeder, helper, whatever of one of these kids, and you may be just a touch biased. But I think the one thing that is the most important is we've got young people that come out here, and the confidence that these kids that are 9 and 10 years old have compared to their contemporary group whenever you would go into the schools is second to none. And I think that's what makes this livestock industry and this avenue in particular so great, is it teaches these kids work ethic. It teaches them confidence and the ability to go out and whether they stay in ag, whether they go off into a different field, with the lessons that you learn raising these projects, because it doesn't matter whether you want to be out here and go feed your calf or you don't. Those animals still have got to eat. You still got to do everything to get prepared. So these kids have done a great job. It's an awesome set of kids in this junior and novice divisions that we've had, and so you as a state should be complimented because you've done, again, an excellent job raising this next generation. I'll go out and I'll grab them from the bottom down up until our champion. But if you could, one more time, let's give another round of applause to a great set of kids.
Congratulations to our grand champion, novice showman at the Virginia State Fair, Blake Bagoon. And to our reserve champion, novice showman goes to Tristan Verts. In third place, we have Clinton Kidd. In fourth place, Abby Widener. In fifth place, Browning Robson. In sixth place, Eli Anderson. In seventh place, Avery Carpenter. In eighth place, Tegan Myers. In ninth place, Brianna Crenshaw. In 10th place, Noah Lance. In 11th place, Declan Myers. And in 12th place, Sonny Sanders. Let's give these novice showmen a big round of applause. It's their first time showing at the Virginia State Fair. Hold on a second. For those of you in the novice showmanship, if parents could take the kids and the calves and the show stick, and if the kids could go with their banners to the backdrop. Novice showmen, please go to the backdrop. Ninth place was Brianna Crenshaw. We are taking pictures of the novice showman, and then we will come back to the ring for selection of your master beef showman, followed by reserve, third, and fourth overall. Okay, so returning to the ring today, our champion and reserve showmen from their respective age divisions will be competing for the title of Master Beef Showman. A Master Showman and a reserve, as well as third and fourth overall from the beef cattle division, will be selected from the champion and reserve champion age division winners, novice, junior, intermediate, and senior in beef. So entering the ring from our champion division, from our senior division, we have our champion, Carter Evers. The reserve senior will be Cooper Joins. Coming from our intermediate division, we have our champion, Ella Jane Michael, and our reserve, Clara Grubb. From our junior division, returning to the ring, we have Jack Bagoon and Helen Farmer. And our reserve, or our grand champion from our novice division, is Blake Bagoon. And the reserve, Tristan Verts. On Saturday afternoon, the Master Showman for Beef will compete in the Supreme Showmanship competition against the other 3 species Master Showman contestants for a Supreme Overall Showman. This weekend, our showmanship contestants are vying for $2,100 in cash premiums and $4,200 in scholarships. If you're joining us from the fair and you're not sure what's happening in the ring, again, we're selecting our Master Beef Showman. And what's happening is this is beef showmanship, and our exhibitors are being evaluated by the judge on their skill in handling and presenting a beef animal to its fullest genetic potential, focusing on the exhibitor's knowledge, grooming, halter breaking, and ring presence rather than the animal's actual physical qualities. It demonstrates a deep bond and trust between the exhibitor and the animal, highlighting all of the hard work and consistent practice required for a successful show. The beef steer show will start at 6:30. For those of you that have steers tonight, the steer show will start at 6:30.
Well, this is really neat when you bring all these champion reserves back and let them fight it out and duke it out for Supreme down to 4. Is something that's really cool to see, because you get these kids and you get them in their own contemporary group, and you can think one thing, and then we bring the rest of their counterparts from the barns back out. And I've decided one thing as we've done this, our champion and reserves that have come back out here have truly done an awesome job. They're not only can get their animals presented, and as I said earlier in that senior division, I'm not one of those. I know one of those that does quiz bowl for showmanship. I asked one very simple question, or I guess technically two questions: is what's your favorite part of your animal, and if you were to change something, what would you change? And the answers were good, they were insightful, and I think that's something incredibly important. As I said earlier, if you don't know those two things, you're not going to be successful whenever you come out here for showmanship, because you're not going to know what not every animal needs set up the same way. Not every animal gets handled the same way. They've all got their own little twerks, their own little tweaks, their own little quirks that they've got. And so to be able to know what you like and what I would probably like to change about your calf is a good thing if you could try to hide that and show that out of those. And I think that's why these kids, and I expected them to know the answers, because they were able to show what I liked into them and try to hide some of those things that I didn't necessarily love right back out of them. So they're kids that had, again, confidence. They're kids that were poised from the moment they've entered the ring, and that's something that I think is so hard whenever you're only hyper focused on one person. But if you sit here and you watch showmanship, I think it's something that's really neat to do, and I encourage all the young people that whenever you're not doing it, not miss your class, but to do one of two things: to come up here and watch a little bit of the show at any point. That way, you know how the ring is going to flow and what that person is going to do, and two, especially in these older kids, you can watch these kids walk in. I'm an outsider coming into your state fair, and I don't care if you've won every showmanship contest on planet Earth or you've never won one in your life. None of that matters to me. This is the kids that I think have done the best job here today. And so those kids that walk in with that confidence, with their shoulders back, and they just give you that look that says, I dare you to beat me today. And there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. There's a pretty big difference between confidence and arrogance. But be proud. And know that you've worked your butt off at home, because you couldn't have got to this level. You couldn't have your animal presented if you've not put in the hours and put in the work at home. I guess unless you've got a crack team that has got that animal absolutely ready to stop and park for anybody. But as we get back out here and we do that, it makes things challenging. We've got kids that are obviously different age levels. So then they're going to have differences just in terms of their physiology, in terms of what they're able to do, what they're not able to do. But I tell you what, I don't know that you could go wrong with any one of these as we get back out here and select your top end of this group. This has been a tremendous amount of fun for me. I've enjoyed my time greatly, and I don't know if this is an easy way to certainly go into the cattle show. You start thinking right off of the bat and make things challenging throughout the day, but I got to sleep in. I got to hang out in the hotel today, so my mind didn't have to work too hard this morning. But I'll tell you what, before we do and we grab that top end of these kids, and we'll do it a little different, we'll grab your champion on down. Let's give all these kids that have come through showmanship a big round of applause. You've brought an excellent set of kids here to the Virginia State Fair.
Our judge, Justin Adcock's going to be with us all weekend, but let's give him a big round of applause for his interactions with our kids in such a positive way. Congratulations to Ella Jane Michael from our intermediate division. She will be our master beef showman. Coming in line for contention for reserve will be Clara Grubb. Congratulations, our reserve master beef showman comes to you from our senior division. That is Miss Carter Evers. pulling in line now, we'll have Cooper Joins. And congratulations to Cooper Joins. He'll be our 3rd overall Master Beef Showman. And a big round of applause. 4th overall from our intermediate division, we have Clara Grubbs. This will conclude our beef showmanship. We'll see you back ringside at 6:30 for our Market Steer Show. Let's give all these